The Legend of Cheese, Grits, and NyQuil. In the misty kingdom of Clankenshire, where every door had at least 3 locks and every government office had 7, there lived a legendary trio of outlaws, Cheese, Grits, and NyQuil. Lockpicking was strictly illegal in Clankenshire, so illegal that even owning a paperclip required a permit, 3 witnesses, and a 40-page affidavit. But the people admired the craft the way one admires fireworks or juggling chainsaws. Dangerous, forbidden, and deeply entertaining. Cheese was the brains of the group, mostly because he wore spectacles and used big words like metallurgical. Grits was the muscle. A former sailor, he never actually broke a lock, but he once glared at one so intensely that it clicked open out of fear. And NyQuil. Well, NyQuil had the uncanny ability to fall asleep anywhere, anytime, including mid-heist. Strangely, this often helped. Sometimes guards were so confused by the snoring outlaw on the floor that they forgot to search the other 2. The trio's mission was simple. Free the resources the tyrannical ruler, King Padlock, the overly secure, hoarded from the starving citizens. King Padlock kept everything locked. Food, water, socks, public benches, royal pigeons, even the royal advisor when he talked too much. One foggy evening, word spread that the king had locked away the entire winter grain supply behind the hex-forged never-turn lock, a giant contraption rumored to require 42 keys, a secret handshake, and at least a mild sense of despair. The people wailed, the king cackled, and the trio secretly packed their Jimmy Longs. Cheese examined the massive lock and whispered, "This mechanism is more complex than a tax form." Grits cracked his knuckles. The lock trembled subtly. NyQuil fell asleep in a spare pile of keys. Cheese started working his picks, the lock clicking like a nervous squirrel. Crowd gathered, gasping as if watching a grand performance. Even a few palace guards applauded before remembering they were supposed to arrest everyone. After several tense moments and one loud snore from NyQuil, the lock sprang open with a triumphant kathunk. The crowd erupted. Grain poured out in a river of freedom and carbohydrates. The king arrived just in time to see the trio standing heroically atop the liberated food. Grits flexed. Cheese adjusted his spectacles. NyQuil slept standing up. "You outlaws will pay for this," the king shouted. Cheese simply smiled. "Your high secured majesty, you can't stop us. Not as long as the people need us." Grits added, "And not as long as locks keep existing." NyQuil mumbled something about chickens in his sleep. The trio vanished into the night, leaving behind a fed and grateful kingdom, and a very confused royal guard who later wrote in his report, "They were too cool to catch." And so Cheese, Grits, and NyQuil continued their adventures, wandering Clankenshire, picking locks for justice, freedom, and the occasional dramatic entrance. Forever celebrated as the lock-picking heroes the kingdom didn't deserve, but desperately needed.